Welcome to this virtual dialogue, the first virtual dialogue hosted by Korea Foundation, Danish CLINKLUSTER, and the Danish Embassy. This virtual dialogue is to bring experts on circular economy together to discuss concrete actions, dialogue, knowledge around circular economy. How do we do this? How do we do this circular economy transition? How do we work together? My name is Peter Vangsbo. I'm the director of the Innovation Center Denmark here in Seoul. And I'm very pleased to welcome you to our first free opening remarks from Mr. President Lee, from the Danish ambassador, Einar Jensen, and from the director of the Danish CLINKLUSTER, Fredenslund. President Lee, would you like to open up this virtual dialogue presenting Korean Foundation and your approach?
Dear distinguished guests, friends from all over the world, as president of the Korea Foundation, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 2021 Korea Foundation Virtual Dialogue Series. Joining us today is His Excellency Einar Jensen, the Ambassador of Denmark to the Republic of Korea. Ambassador Jensen, I appreciate the passion and commitment you and your team have brought to this dialogue. The Korea Foundation is proud to hold this year's Virtual Dialogue Series, an event which launched in 2020 to facilitate a shared understanding of global issues and seek solutions to common problems through international cooperation. This year, under the title of Rebooting the Future, Greener and Smarter Ways Forward, we will seek opportunities and challenges in the new transition that the international community currently faces. Distinguished speakers, dear colleagues and friends, it has already been more than a year since we first faced the challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have been struggling to get out of this abnormal situation and regain our ordinary lifestyle. However, I believe that returning to normal is not good enough. We must strive to be better than normal. It is time for us to learn from our mistakes and rebuild our world in a better, greener, and more resilient manner. Fortunately, this difficult time also offers an unprecedented opportunity to recover in a new and green way, leading us toward economic growth and environmental sustainability at the same time. However, none of this can be achieved without global cooperation, because as we have witnessed again and again throughout the COVID-19 crisis, we all are intimately connected. Therefore, in order to achieve this goal, every country should come to a consensus on green recovery and play their part as a responsible member of the international community. In this context, it is my great pleasure to start off this year's dialogue series with Denmark, one of the countries that best recognizes the importance of the environment in their role as a green frontrunner. During the past decade, Korea and Denmark have reinforced cooperation on climate and environmental issues. Since the formalization of a Green Growth Alliance in 2011, our two countries have joined together through diverse efforts together in this area, including involvement in the P4G Summit, which first launched in Copenhagen in 2018, and will be held for the second time this upcoming Sunday in Seoul. Today we will focus on a circular economy in particular, which can help us transform our economic system to operate in a much more sustainable way. Since we have invited extraordinary speakers from both countries with pioneering experiences and insightful ideas in this area. I hope that today's session will enhance our understanding of circular economies and provide us with valuable lessons. Once again, on behalf of the Korea Foundation, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Embassy of Denmark in Seoul and CLINCLUSTER for co-organizing this dialogue today, and to all our invited experts and guests for coming together here and now. Through this dialogue, I am certain that we will all move closer to a more resilient and greener future. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ambassador Einar Jensen, 2 minutes opening remarks.
Thank you very much, and good morning to those listening in from Denmark, and good afternoon to those being here. President Lee, thank you for the kind words. We are very happy to be able to co-host together with Korean Foundation and CLINCLUSTER in Denmark. So great, and thank you for appreciating bringing us into this picture. I think we all stand on the global issues with climate change. It's on us and it's difficult to deal with. And there are many more issues, like we're going to talk about circular economy here today. You're right, Mr. Lee, P4D started in Denmark 2018, the first summit, and you're certainly doing a great job to host the second summit starting from next week. And Korea and Denmark go back long ways for many years, all the way back to 2011, you could say. On circular economy, I think we have been very much used to producing, using, disposing in a linear economic model, not taking into account to circulate our waste streams and utilize the resources in the best way. So today we're here to hear about how we can do this, share ideas on circular economy from each country. And I can say we in Denmark have been working hard for several years on changing our society into a more circular society. It's not done overnight, and we can only do it when we share ideas and resources on the way forward. It's a clear goal from the Danish government that we want to take action and contribute to the 17 UN development or global goals. And therefore, it's very important that we also focus on the circular economies principles. And I think we can say that studies in Denmark show that if we moved in that direction, we could in fact increase our GDP by 0.8 to 1.4%. We could actually reduce the Danish carbon footprint somewhat between 3 to 7%. So there's great things to be achieved out there. And I can only say that I look very much forward to the presentations here today from professors in this room, from colleagues in Denmark on the way forward, ideas we can share, learn from each other, and hopefully be inspirational for all of us to move in the right direction. So with these few words, a warm welcome to the audience. I look very much forward to hear the presentations here today. Kamsahamnida. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. I would also like to give the word to you, CEO of CLINCLUSTER, Kim Fredenslund. 2 minutes for opening remarks.
Thanks a lot, Peter. And I would like first to thank the Korea Foundation for hosting this dialogue series, and the Embassy of Denmark and the Innovation Center in Seoul for involving CLEAN and its members in this dialogue. I think the Korea and Denmark, we share the focus on addressing climate change. And we need to focus on energy, obviously, but that's not enough. In order for us to transition to true sustainability, we have to have a focus on our material consumption. And this is, of course, where circular economy is a very useful concept to address. And when we talk about circular economy, we need to have a focus on cities, because that's where a very large part of the population and an increasing part of the population, and therefore the consumption is. And one of the presentations we have is indeed about cities, but also I think on islands, not because there are necessarily a substantial amount of people, but islands, circular economy and waste becomes very tangible on an island. It's very visible, and therefore I think islands provide a very good opportunity of innovating solutions and perhaps also engaging citizens, because it's very tangible for the citizens. Sometimes the effects of not being circular is not visible because waste is handled very far away. That's not the case for islands. And finally, we have one of our good members of the CLIN-cluster, the Danish Returnsystem, to show what actually can be done in practice. In one of the difficult parts of circular economy is reuse, not just handling waste, but actually returning materials in the cycle in the highest level possible. And I think the Danish return system is a very good example of that. So with that, again, thank you for involving us, and I look forward to hearing the presentations.
Thank you so much, Kim Fredenslund, for giving your view from a Danish perspective. And I'm really happy that in this discussion we actually have island experts on circular economy in the room with me here at Korean Foundation today. But first of all, now we have heard a little bit about the Danish take, or the Danish view on circular economy. Then I'm very pleased to announce that we have our distinguished professor from Korea University, Mr. Ok.
Yes.
And his presentation today on circular economy and sustainable waste management practices will give a little bit of a light on how the area in Korea are approaching circular economy. So, Professor, the word is yours.
Thank you. There is an ample evidence that climate change affects biodiversity. According to the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, climate change is likely to become one of the most significant drivers of biodiversity loss by the end of the century. Climate change is already forcing biodiversity to adapt either through shifting habitat, changing our life cycles, or development of a new physical trait. So biodiversity can support effort to reduce the negative effect of climate change. Last Tuesday, I hosted P4G Nature Forum with the Korean government in collaboration with 2021 P4G Seoul Summit, the first ever multilateral environmental summit to be hosted by the Republic of Korea from May 30 to 31. 2021 is the first year when the international society kicks off its action to achieve greenhouse gas reduction goal by 2030 as per Paris Agreement adopted in 2015. So I hope today's forum will further unite our global commitment to carbon neutrality and circular economy, and further strengthen climate action to build back better and greener in the post-COVID world. So just for your information, Association of Pacific Rim University, APRU, has a membership of president of 57 leading universities from around the Pacific Rim, which include Seoul National University, Korea University, Yonsei University, CEST, and PostTech in Korea. So this includes more than 2 million students and over 200,000 academic staff. I'm currently serving as a director of APRU's Sustainable Waste Management Program. And this program have consistently tried to carry out a variety of programs designed to accelerate academic activity and international cooperation under the scheme of circular economy. So before I start my presentation, I'd like to share just for 90-second short video, which summarize the April program's objectives.
We need to create opportunities for bright minds to come together and inspire each other, to bring together diverse insights and leading innovation to craft the new solutions we need for the socioeconomic and environmental challenges we face, and to make sure our leading institutions have a voice in shaping a sustainable and inclusive future. That's the ambition of the Association of Pacific Rim Universities, to be that voice of knowledge and innovation for Asia Pacific and the world. We connect the leading universities of the Pacific Rim and enable them to work together to address our society's biggest concerns. We foster engagement with government, leading to better policy. We cultivate links with enterprise, growing the impact of research. We are agents of change. We challenge assumptions. We bridge cultural divides. We bring new thinking to big issues. We are the voice of knowledge and innovation for Asia Pacific and the world.
Okay, so the April Sustainable Waste Management Program, currently led by Korea University in Seoul, offer a timely opportunity for knowledge exchange among professionals from all over the world to assist the formulation of an efficient sustainable management agenda which satisfies the environmental compatibility, financial feasibility, and social need. It will deliberate on state-of-the-art treatment technology for all the waste and advanced management strategy and political issue pertaining to recycling and recovery of organic waste under the circular economy concept. So currently this program is led by Korean universities and together with Stanford University and NTU in Singapore, together with many other leading universities in Australia and China and other Pacific Rim region. So the April Sustainable Waste Management, we had a lot of exciting activity during the past 2 to 3 years, and especially the April Sustainable Waste Management Global Lecture Series, we designed to provide a sound foundation in basic principle and unifying research across ecology to conservation and environment health to waste management while paying more attention to circular economy and environmental, social, and governance and global sustainability. Particularly, some related topics have been discussed through our global lecture series, focusing on circular economy and E-pillar at ESG during the past few months. And this APRU contribute to progress towards the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal by raising awareness and encouraging the involvement of future leaders in the Asia-Pacific region, supporting capacity building by developing a network of experts across disciplines and building an effective platform to connect the latest research and expert with the policymaker to facilitate policy development and implementation. So I just brought this article that we did an interview in Nature last year. So hope this provides more information for our circular economy activity in Korean universities. And this slide shows just for last year, we had virtual April president meeting, and most of the president attended virtually, and we were able to talk about the the shortly for sustainable waste management program introduced by our April Secretary General. More importantly, in the same day, myself together with European scientists, especially the scientists from Denmark, we had the time to discuss about COVID-19 and all the waste issue, including plastics. And we wrote this letter to Science that's entitled COVID-19's Unsustainable Waste Management. So here we emphasized we may have to install mobile treatment system near hospitals and healthcare center during the last year, and protecting waste management chain will help achieve sustainable city and community as outlined in UN SDG. In addition, soil is, as you know, is a non-renewable natural resource that require careful stewardship in order to achieve UN SDG. However, industrial and agricultural activity is often detrimental to soil health and can distribute pollutant into soil environment with a harmful effect on human and ecosystem health. So here we have studied with all the scientists in global the process that can lead to the contamination of our land with all the waste. Finally, we discussed how integrating innovative technology with profitable and sustainable land use could lead to green and sustainable strategy focusing on achieving UN SDG. So this slide shows one of our most recent activity here in Korea together with scientists from Europe and US and other Asian countries. We've been looking at to treat all the plastic pollution issue here in our land. And this science letter, we recently reported that the lot of microplastic in regarding to antibiotic resistance. And last year, we have organized a forum with Nature for the first time. It's entitled Plastic and Sustainability. In this particular forum, with more than 1,000 registration, we talked about how we can protect our earth from all the plastic issues. And this is our newest article that's Action for Sustainable Future, especially for Circular Innovation City Challenge. So here, I'd like to propose the global plastic pollution observation system needed to be set up, especially to aid global policy to handle this plastic issue. And this slide shows up to now our program collaboration. So during the past 15 years, we have worked together with more than 1,000 scientists in global. And as you see here, there are a lot of scientists from European-based, and we have 3 major partners in Denmark, especially U of Copenhagen and Technical University of Denmark and Aarhus University. We had 17 very interesting projects that's all related with global health and sustainability and circular economy. And more importantly, in just March, just 2 months back, I had an interview with Nature and just mentioned how we can turn all the waste into value-added product and how we can mobilize our idea to achieve circular economy. So due to the time limitation, I will skip for detail, but here I just proposed an idea how we can turn all the waste into value-added product, for instance, the filter. And at the bottom, the photo shows that I used waste to clean up the air, like a pine dust. So that could be one of the examples that handles circular economy, turning all the waste into value-added product under the roof. And finally, our Korean university hosts the first nature conference entitled Waste Management and Valorization for a Sustainable Future at the end of October. And I'd like to all of you to join virtually or in person in this important meeting to discuss about circular economy. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Ko, for your presentation. And it's absolutely thrilling to see that you have already connected to the Danish ecosystem. There are definitely new partners that we can link you up to. Also, your reference to the plastic challenge is one of the key topics at the P4G summit, where your Minister of Environment in Korea and our Minister of Environment from Denmark will be meeting and discussing circular economy and the plastic challenges already next week, the 30th of May, as part of the P4G main event. So our next presenter is Markus Bjerre. I've really been looking forward to hear Markus' insight from the Circular City Innovation Challenging Program, which have been run with the Danish Business Authorities, which Markus is a part of, together with the Element After Foundation from UK. So Markus, could you give us an insight of your observations from your last evaluation of this first round of challenge-based ideas?
Yes, thank you, Peter, and thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to tell about our latest initiative. I'm very honored to take part of this virtual session on actions to a sustainable future. I will see if I can manage to share my screen.
We can see it now, Markus. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. So I'm very happy to take part of the session and happy to contribute to the sharing of knowledge between Denmark and Korea. Ourselves involved in the P4G summit in Copenhagen in 2018, hosting a thematic session on circular economy and also with great representations from Korea. And today I will tell you about our latest international initiative addressing circular economy. And this initiative is focusing on cities. It's a challenge, a global challenge called Circular Innovation City Challenge. So in the Danish Business Authority, we are part of the Ministry of Industry, Business and Financial Affairs. And our focus is to make it easy to run a green and responsible business. We in Denmark have a national strategy on circular economy that we are part of implementing together with the Ministry of Environment. And we're also taking part in a new actions plan, which is underway, also on circular economy. In the Danish Business Authority, we see a great potential in data and digital infrastructures as enablers for the circular transition. And this is both enabling circular innovation, but also using data to document that you are actually circular or moving in a circular direction is a way to support a well-functioning market for circular solutions. So that is something we have been working on the last couple of years, making a few reports, and it's something that we will continue to focus on the next couple of years. This is also very relevant for the circular transition in cities, and which is why we in 2019, when Copenhagen also hosted the C40 World Mayor Summit, and invited mayors and vice mayors and CEOs from all over the world to take part in a summit. with a city focus. Here we did a side event session called Building a Climate Neutral Circular City, with a focus on how digital and data-driven solutions can create circular cities. We did this with the City of Copenhagen and the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. We had over 100 participants. It was at that time where Ellen MacArthur Foundation launched its new report, Completing the Picture, combining circular economy and the climate agenda. And we had case presentations from Olio, IBM, and Vino. And then we had roundtable discussions, and it was very clear from these discussions that digital and data-driven solutions do have a high impact and can have a high impact on the transition to a circular economy in cities. And the take back from this session was to see if we could launch a global city challenge. And we have been working on that for some time, and then came COVID, and it kind of delayed the project. But in the other way, COVID made it maybe more appealing to use digital solutions to connect and share knowledge among cities. And so we started do an outreach to other parts of the world together with the City of Copenhagen, using our network in the Ellen MacArthur Foundations and in the World Circular Economy Forum. And it led us, after a few months of outreach, to actually engage 5 great cities across 2 continents. So both Copenhagen, Glasgow, City of Amsterdam, Toronto, and the City of New York. They have together 17 million citizens, and in that way a great way to scale up a challenge and an opportunity to learn from each other in this city partnership. So we started up some city dialogues with these 5 cities and asked them. They are all very ambitious cities in the circular economy, and we asked them why circular economy in cities and using this challenge. And they had different approaches to taking part in this common challenge. So Glasgow was very focused on reaching their climate targets using circular solutions, strengthens their social inclusiveness in the transition. Amsterdam has been working now for some years on the donut economy, how to create prosperity, not to the expense of the planet. Toronto was very thrilled that this challenge was timed now, because they saw it as an opportunity to actually rethink and re-thrive in cities post-COVID. New York City was focusing on creating new jobs, more equality. And Copenhagen has a new strategy on circular economy, with also focusing on what could happen in the inner city. And we asked them what are they looking for to be part of this challenge, and they were very much interested in how digital solutions can help them further in their circular ambitions, how they can help to engage consumers and citizens, even in a fun way, as Copenhagen was saying. Amsterdam saw it as a way to get these system innovations going, and also creating the right incentives. So all very great approaches to take part in a challenge, and asking out in the world what are best in class solutions to actually make a circular city happen using data and digitization. And the dialogues led us to formulate 3 pillars of innovation for the challenge, for the proposals we were asking for. So one was to be focusing on which kind of data and how can these data be used to create circular solutions, and which kind of business models can help create circular cities. And then also, a very important aspect, how can we engage consumers and citizens in taking part in a circular city? And what was important for us is also we are not asking just for ideas, we are asking for prototypes, close to market solutions, so that when we have pointed out the best-in-class solutions, the winners of the challenge, we could then, the cities could then go to a concrete dialogue on how could we actually implement this solution within a short time frame. So this was kind of the way we ended up framing the challenge, and we launched it. One more aspect was that to gather all these solutions, we need some clever people to look across the proposals and point out the best in class. So we set up a jury of experts, my own director as representing authority. We had Ella Hedley from the Elmer Cars Foundation taking part of their innovation program, a CEO from Denmark on plastic packaging, Citra, Yuri Aponen, who is expert in digitalization and circular economy, and also the finance element is important, inviting Luigi from Intesa San Paulo, who has a circular economy lab. And a little background for pointing out a jury like this is that it's kind of a partnership where you also have to think what can come after launching a challenge. And that's why it's important to have these kind of people in, because they can also use all the input from this challenge in their further work and maybe even help the innovators applying. And then, of course, we have the 5 cities represented, as they are the ones who should explore how to implement circular solutions going forward. So the process has been that we have had 2 months of application. We launched it 23rd of February, and we just closed it for deadline and has now looked across the ideas. And the jury has been looking at who would they nominate to do a pitch. And then the 7th of June, we will be able to announce who is the jury pointing to is best in class among the solutions. And after the deadline, we actually managed to gather 137 innovation proposals from all over the world, 26 countries, 6 continents. Of course, most of them from North America and Europe, but also from Hong Kong, Africa, from all over the world. After the winner announcement, the cities will start a dialogue with the best-in-class innovators, and we will be able to facilitate sessions among the cities so they can inspire and spare with each other on challenges and successes in finding solutions for collaboration. And then going forward, we will also share the results. We will document which kind of proposals we have received, and we will also see if we can launch new initiatives or maybe even new challenges, and maybe in a city near you. That's all to be announced and in the making. In the bottom here is a link to the Eventbrite, to the session where you are all invited to take part and hear who the winner has pointed to and why.
Great. Thank you so much, Markus.
Yes.
We are definitely looking forward to the 7th of June to see which one you will choose, or which one the cities will choose. And we also do hope that perhaps you will eventually look towards East and try to see if this program could be rolled out in this geography here in Korea, building on the digital infrastructure, which are very famous for Korea, but also be building on the global expertise on open innovation, which are so prominent. We have to move on. We are a little bit behind schedule. our next presenter will really touch upon one of the concrete challenges we all face, both in cities, but also outside cities. It's a company which have been known for years with a very Danish approach on take-back mechanism, specific focusing on glass bottles. It's the Danish Return System, and I'm very proud to present the Deputy CEO and the Director of Circular Economy from Danish Return System, Ms. Heidi Larsen.
Thank you very much. I'm also very pleased to be invited to this dialogue. It's an honor, and I will try to share some of our findings and some of the things that I see in the future. And one of the things I'm going to talk about is, of course, towards 100% circular economy. And as you said, we have, I don't know if, yes, do I share now?
Yes, we see it now, Heidi.
Good, thank you very much. What I would like to talk about is towards 100% circular economy. For 10 years ago, I wouldn't dare to say something like that. But as you all know, and all the challenges we are facing, we have to have high goals, and we have to aim for something I would think maybe wasn't possible. But coming through the last couple of years, I believe now that we are doing something all together, all the world. That means that it is possible, but nobody can do it alone. Circular economy is a change from the linear economy, and it's a big change, and all things has to be thought through and done in another way. What is the tailwind that I'm talking about? Actually, we had a new report from World Economic Forum this year who talk about global risk, and on 5 out of 10 global risks, there are the related to climate and environmental issues. And what we believe and what we see is, and they are pointing out that the solution is going to be found about in the circular economy green transaction. You have said a lot of nice things about the Danish deposit system, and of course happy to hear that. But it also is very necessary to say that it hasn't. It has been developed all the way, and actually maybe nobody think about it, but actually the system is very digital, and it's very data-driven system. So it's very easy to see all the bottles and the cans, and they are made out of plastic, aluminium, and glass, and we are recycling them all. But actually, what makes us able to do it better all the time is that we have invested in a lot of digital solution and using all the data. Because if you cannot show results, then the consumer and all the partners who is necessary for the circular economy, they cannot see the results. So this is a very, I think, very important thing to remember. We are SDGs 12 and 13 is of course the one we are focusing on, and what we do is to operate a national return and deposit system for one-way bottles and cans. We are collecting, we are sorting, we are recycling the materials and into a closed loop. That's where we have developed mostly because the closed loop, as we see it, is this quality that makes us able to do bottles and cans out of the old ones, and we do it again and again. It saves resources, and of course save a lot of CO2 emission. So this is the why. This is the big why that we are aiming for. This is this quality recycling, and it's all into the closed loop. It has been working with that and all the partners that we are working with, because it wasn't that easy, and a lot of you know even more about that topic, but we have done it in practice. And today, 90% of all the bottles and cans that we are collecting is going into this quality closed loop. Also, all things is recycled, and we are now able to say that we will aim for 99%. That's what we believe. The last 10% is, of course, the toughest one, but that's where the innovation is going on and where we are working, and we are working with a lot of experts in different countries, because there are no Danish solution for that kind of thing. And I think that's very important to not working in country-wise, but do it in global ways. We have this collaboration with all stakeholders, and you can, in any example for circular economy, this is the key issue. And for compared to linear economy, we actually, I believe that sometimes we make changes in one of these rooms, but the benefits of it is in another room. That has been all the years has been done like that. You cannot make circular economy even better without doing changes in different places, but not always with the benefits is coming in one of these other. So when you need to have very good, easy way for the consumer to deliver back the packaging and get the deposit, it has to be developed in many ways, and you have to work with the retailers, you have to work with our own system, because if it's not easy, the consumer is not going to buy into it. But in Denmark, they are. We have actually a 96% return rate on the plastic bottles, which I think is very fine, because that means that the consumer really buy into this. And this is because they can see it helps. There is no plastic bottle in the Danish streets. And I know they are in the water someplace because I'm a diver myself, so I've seen that. But what the deposit system can do is keeping the waste out of the nature. So it makes it in the future, the deposit system will actually pay for itself. It actually can be a neutral economy in itself. That's what we are aiming for. But also we have to have a setup that makes everyone wants to be a part of this. So we have free pickups from the retailers, and we have a very easy work for the consumers to go back with this one. So we are keeping all the bottles and the cans in the closed loop.
Great. Heidi, will that be okay if that will be your closing remark?
Yeah, I just want to say something a little bit more.
Yes.
That today we have figures for the sale of the recyclable packaging. It makes it covers 33% of all our cost. So in the future, and I think it will be the near future, I believe this to be 50%. And of course, there is a possibility also to go for the 100%. And what I mean with that is the fees that the producers of the packagings are paying to the Danish Returnsystem system is lowered 58% for the last 3 years. So actually, everyone is having a positive thing out of it. The climate, the producer, and the nature, and the consumer. And we can, in the future, I believe, both in environmental ways, but also in the costs of running the system, go into what we call 100% circular economy. That is what I would like to this is a challenge. We cannot do it alone, but that was my purpose with the presentation today, that I believe this is actually a possibility. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Heidi. It's fantastic to hear this company is a part of our DNA string in Denmark, and to get it explained, it's really something. It's a unique thing that we see as a normal denominator of our society, and this system could be exported to other countries, to other islands. As Kim said in the presentation, circular economy is very prominent in island economies. And our next speaker is actually one of them, living on islands and working with circular economy. And I'm very proud to present Kim Hun Kim, the general manager of Samdasoo, our biggest water bottle company in Korea. Would you explain a little bit about your take on circular economy in Jeju?
Yeah, thank you for your time. Actually, I'd like to correct the right pronunciation of our product. Our main product name is Samdasoo. Jeju Samdasoo is the right pronunciation. Thank you for your introduction. Thank you for having me here. It is my honor to present our company's activity relating to the circular economy. Let me introduce myself. My name is Geun Kim. I'm working for JPDC and exporting our bottled water to the foreign country. I'd like to cover today's 5 agenda. First, our company introduction, and second, what issue right now we have, and our main activity for recycling and upcycling as well. Here is the JPDC company profile, but could you forward one page before? JPDC stands for Jeju Province Development Corporation. Our company located in Jeju Island, which takes 1 hour by airplane for south. As a local public corporation, our company has been invested by 100% Jeju local government. And total 860 company employees. We achieved last year $260 million sales revenue, and we produced more than 900,000 tons our bottled water last year. Here is our total business portfolio from the bottled water to the public development business. And also we are producing mandarin concentrate juice as well to stable our mandarin fruit juice. Next. Nowadays, as you know, the plastic garbage is getting worse than ever before due to the COVID-19. More people need to stay at home, and they used home delivery service such as food and online shopping as well. It caused to increase the usage of plastic package than COVID-19 coming before. Some news said even 47% portion of garbage in Jeju Island coast belonging to the plastic material. So we are seriously consider this task and take action to solve this plastic issue. We set up the mainly 2 strategies like this. First, we would like to develop our manufacturing facility for the recycling Jeju Samdasoo, our main product. And secondly, establishment of a PET plastic circulation ecosystem for the upcycling Jeju. So with using our production line, we would like to reduce the plastic usage and increase the recycling portion. And for the circulation ecosystem, we did some upcycling activity in collaboration with our regional people and our partner company. Let me explain recycling activity in detail. First, as you know, we produced 3 different kinds of bottle. In case of 2 liters, we reduced almost 8.5 grams in weight. And 0.5 liters, we also reduced 4 grams in 2018. And last, 0.33 liters butters, we reduced again 2 grams. At the end of our activity, we can reduce 4,900 tons of plastic material, and we saved the cost $1.2 million. When you, after drinking the bottled water, people generally discharge the used bottle without detaching the label outside. It's not good to recycle the used bottle because to detach the plastic label, they spend more time and resource. So we update our label design. As you can see in this slide, you can see that there is some detachable line, and there is no adhesive did not use in this part to detach the plastic label easily. Thanks to this action, we got the recycling excellent grade last year. And also JPDC has several certification logo relating to the environmental request, especially carbon footprint certification given by the Ministry of Environment. It shows that how much CO2 to be used from the factory side to the end user. And also we have a EPD and low carbon product certification as well. It means JPDC is trying to keep the government policy as much as possible. And regarding upcycling activity, there are main 3 activities. First, in case of bottled water, it used different material in cap and body. The cap has been made by HDPE material and body used by PET chip. If the cap was trashed without separating from the bottle, as I said before, it is not easy to upcycle the cap because there is an additional cost and process. So we run a campaign to involve our local people with the local government. There are totally 25 teams and 30,000 persons joining in, such as a religious, school, and NGO organization. Finally, we could collect about 4.5 million cap and donate $10,000. This fund has been support for the underprivileged persons. For the upcycling purpose, the colorless PET bottle like a Samdasoo should be collected separately. To do so, JPDC placed a 16 collecting and reward machine in the Jeju island. It looks like this picture, similar to the vending machine. Once you input the used bottle into this hole and key in your mobile phone number, and then you will get some rewarded money in your mileage. Up to March this year, there are 40,000 persons participating in this campaign and $5,000 money rewarded in cash. And finally, we collect 70,000 bottles and 14,000 tons of weight were collected and used for the upcycling product, such as bag or clothes. I think this slide could be the main fit to today's main agenda, circular economy. This is our main activity for the upcycling. To make one eco bag, it needs 16 PET bottles. And one of the outdoor brand, in Korean brand, introduced K Eco brand with using the recycled PET bottles. First, JPDC collect the colorless plastic bottle and supply for this bottle the Hyoseong Chemical Company. Our chemical partner used this PET and produced a raw thread. And then bag and clothes company utilized this raw thread to make a bag or clothes product. This is a whole picture to understand how the upcycling is going on. There are 4 main pillars from the local community, social cooperation, a private company, and JPDC. The upcycling output is possible based on all of the partners' collaboration. I have to say thanks for their active participation to realize the upcycling the PET bottles. I'd like to summarize our activity once again. For the recycling, we upgrade our manufacturing facility to reduce the bottle weight, and we apply for the label separation line, and also we acquired eco-friendly certification. For the upcycling, we did 3 activities with the local community and partner company. We collect the colorless PET bottle and forward it to the chemical company. And this recycled PET could be utilized to make a new bag or outdoor clothes. I think our activity is not enough, and we are not satisfied in this result. However, our small step would be helpful to reduce the suffering in our planet. And for this year P4G Summit, we also launched the labelless our bottled water for this event. So it will be really also good opportunity to reduce and utilize for our circular economy as well. Thank you for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the last presentation here, and I think it's a really important message that when we are talking about circular economy, there is a very important business model to look at. Without that, we don't have a circular economy product. So very interesting presentation. We are a little bit over time behind our schedule, but I would like to ask if there is 1 or 2 questions among the audience. But if there is not, I don't want to close it yet, because when we're talking about economic prosperity, job creation, better life quality, then everybody here in Korea are referring to the Korean New Deal. And one of the largest global green investment package to actually do this green recovery post-COVID-19. And Professor I just want to very briefly ask you about your perception on circular economy and the Korean New Deal. What opportunities do you see in that? If you can give me a short and sharp answer.
Yeah, thank you for the pointing it out. I can probably tell you in 2 aspects. So at first, what you're asking, especially the 2021 P4G Seoul Summit focus on the theme inclusive green recovery toward carbon neutrality. So that will be our country's the first multilateral summit on the environment. So in the spirit of inclusiveness, innovation, and sustainability, it will bring together representative of government and international organization, business, and civil society to explore how scalable and replicable market-based solution can inspire an increased ambition loop of climate action and sustainable development. So that I can summarize. And finally, in terms of the circular economy, as far as I know, our Ministry of Environment is currently focusing on the theme, the circular economy measure toward a zero waste society, and is continuously studying which will share the latest effort, actions, and innovation in this circular economy taking place in different country and sector with a special focus on zero waste. So we could present innovative models such as a sustainable industrial cluster that play a critical role in achieving circularity and endeavor to develop strategy to reach a zero waste future in the context of climate change and to go for carbon neutral by 2050. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. But also Kim Fredenslund from CleanCluster. you're representing a lot of Danish companies, and we are talking about here the different opportunities there is between Denmark and Korea. Your very short and sharp reply on how can we bridge this type of innovation collaboration on circular economy between Korea and Denmark. 2 or 3 topics we should focusing on from your perspective, or 2 or 3 different business model that you see could do export promotion of Danish circular economy solutions?
Well, first of all, in terms of innovation collaboration, the Danish government has put great focus on circular economy and is in the making of establishing innovation missions with a focus on circular economy and with a special focus on plastic and textiles. And Clean is part of the partnership that's going to run this activity, and there will be many opportunities, I think, to reach out also to universities in Korea for collaboration on innovation. Now, on the business side, I think that there are some major corporations in Denmark that are involved in material footprints, also in plastics, that go well beyond the Danish borders. So we have a very big food industry with big exports. So we will be working with these big companies, and that will have an effect outside of Denmark. But there's also a very vibrant sector of small and medium-sized companies and startups in Denmark, and also part of this mission will be to attempt to promote and expose this community of smaller companies also in a wider sense. And I think that there will be a lot of opportunities for Danish companies in Korea also to showcase solutions and to work with customers in Korea.
Great, thank you so much, Kim. And lastly, we have one comment from our community, comment coming in from YouTube. Markus, you have been in this field for nearly 15, 16 years, one of the front runner on circular economy in Denmark. You have really been able to inspire and motivate myself, including many others in Denmark. So you will have the last question for this virtual dialogue today. And it's a tough question because there are so many solutions to it, depending on who you're asking. But in your opinion, what are the right direction to reduce plastic consumption?
Well, that's a tough question, but I think one of the core ideas of the circular economy is, of course, to make better use of materials and reuse materials. So to the extent that we can reuse plastic is a way to reduce consumption. And we have seen some great examples here today on how to reuse plastics, and also from the challenge we just launched, actually a lot of the ideas is about reuse of plastics and takeaway packaging, for instance. Different ideas on tracking materials and taking back materials in order to reuse it. And I think that's a great opportunity to look into that area.
Great, thank you so much, Markus. I just saw that a very last comment popped up at our YouTube platform. And that's a question to Mr. Kim. Are there any new activities that JPDC is planning for the future as part of making a plastic-free Jeju?
Actually, we are running and we are studying further with our R&D center, especially as everybody understood, our company is mainly produced plastic bottle. So it means we are, to be honest, a little bit some responsible to increase the plastic issue in Korea and Jeju Island. So we would, our R&D team, they are studying very hard to utilize refurbished PET or bioplastic to use our bottled water. Once we could realize this kind of new material or new technology, we can see we can make it happen, plastic-free Jeju in the future. That's our main strategy.
Great.
Yeah.
Just may I just one point for 1 minute?
Very short. We are run out of time.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's time to close this virtual dialogue. Thank you so much for Korea Foundation to host it in this fantastic venue. Thank you so much for the experts here in Korea. Thank you so much for the expert view from Denmark. As mentioned in the beginning in the opening remark, this is the first virtual dialogue. This series is a series of 5 different countries, different experts will raise their opinion on different topics. And after this, I see that there are a lot of questions on YouTube. I will try to go into YouTube and reply to the many questions over the next coming days, and hopefully we can create this community spirit around circular economy, which can foster inspiration and collaboration. And hopefully this dialogue today, thanks for all the input from our experts, can lead to new ideas, ideations, and partnerships. So to the audience out there, thank you so much for your attention here today. It was an honor to moderate the session, and I think we should all give each other a hand for this virtual dialogue number 1. Thank you. Kamsahamnida.
Thank you.